some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up, really gon' rise to the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss, see. I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Choke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it.
welcome to My Mind Over Matter. My name is Rick, and welcome to another beautiful morning here. Decided to come on early today just because I'm making up for yesterday. This is shown produced number 401. Let's start 401 with a bang. Definitely what you dreamed last night is on my mind topic, because I remember my dream from last night. It was so real that I still have pain in my leg from it. Something stabbed me with something last night. I had this sharp pain in my leg, and it was in my dream. And I'll explain my dream to you in a moment. And once I explain my dream and stuff, I'll let people come in. And if you have something to share, you're more than welcome to. My dream was so freaking real. It was so real that I couldn't get out of it. It was something extraterrestrial for sure. What happened was, in the dream, I was myself. I was me in the dream, and there was people around me, right? And I believe there were family in the dream. And there was this thing that was happening that I would say aliens, or whoever you want to call them, extraterrestrial beings, were abducting people, and they were taking them by their feet, and you couldn't hold on or grab. You could try to grab something and hold on, but they would drag you out by your feet, and you couldn't see them. They're just like air. You couldn't. They're everywhere, and there was reports that people were being abducted. So they tried to get me last night, and they grabbed me by my foot, and they tried to drag me, and then they stuck me with something in my foot, and I have the pain and like the swelling in the area here on my foot, on my leg. It's hard to see it, but there's a bump right here on my leg, and I'm like, okay, I got abducted. And the funny and weird part about it is, I got away. I was able to sneak out before they took off with me, and I was left behind, but was given some kind of like serum in my body. They stabbed me on my leg with something, and I felt that pain. It was a sharp freaking pain on my right leg, to the point that I shook. Like, I was like, whoa, and I woke up. For a few seconds, I woke up, and I was like, I felt this pain in my leg, and then I fell back to sleep. Knowing that, when you go back to sleep, you end up forgetting your dream, or you start a new dream. No, it was a continuation. And in my dream, I developed a lot of powers, a lot of like psychic ability powers, and was able to warn people before things happen, and stuff like how I'm doing now, like what I'm capable of now. Like, it was super enhanced in my dreams. And I remember seeing the face, because they showed themselves when they were in their craft, and they were green, and they had this weird looking face, and no really facial expressions, just really like a blank stare. And they're just looking at me, and one stabbed me. He stabbed me in my fucking leg. I woke up a little bit late. And I woke up again at 6. Then I fell back to sleep, and I woke up finally like at 8:30. And throughout that whole time of sleep, it was just stuck on that dream, and it didn't want to let me go. Whatever it was, it didn't want to let me go. It didn't even want to let me wake up. It was like it's trying to keep me asleep, and I woke up from it. I was groggy. I was like, I felt like I ran a marathon, and I checked my leg, and I get this pain here on my right leg, and it's just like the weirdest. And I have this bump here on my leg. I wish I could show it, but my complexion is not going to be able to show. But I see the bump. I could probably let me see if I could take a picture of it. See if it would come out. Let's see if it shows. Um, just trying to get it. I don't know if I could get it. With my complexion. Take a picture. All right, I took several pictures of it. Let me see if I could see it. Yeah, it's hard to see with my complexion. This one you probably see a little bit better. This one too. It's like a bump. I have a bump on my leg. And I'm like, how the hell? Like, there's no mosquitoes here. There's no like bugs or anything here, like any of that. I was sleeping underneath my comforter because I sleep with the AC on, and then I wrap myself with a comforter. So, and it wasn't my cats. Like, what stabbed me last night is my trying to figure out. what stabbed me subconsciously that came into my reality. And I feel like I'm not the only one that has these type of dreams that are so real that they come to your reality. Let me go ahead and post the show onto the chat room. If you want to come through, you're more than welcome to. I wonder if other people have these dreams that you're being attacked or something's coming for you in your dreams and you try to run, those type of dreams that you're running but you can't run fast and you're like stuck in slow motion and you're trying to run as fast as you can and you can't run. But mine wasn't like that last night. Last night they grabbed me and they pulled me from where I was at and dragged me, and I was levitating as they were dragging me, and they shot me with something, and I woke up. I gotta put a camera on me when I'm sleeping or something because it's so freaking weird. And the fact that I woke up and I have this pain in my leg, on my right leg, from whatever happened to me, and I'm stuck here wondering what the hell's going on. Let's bring in Albie. Yo, Albie, what's up?
All good, you?
Trying to figure out what happened last night with my dream and the fact that I was abducted and yet I escaped, and they had injected me something, and I felt the pain, and I woke up with pain in my leg, and I'm trying to figure out what they put in me because after they ejected me, I was able to have more psychic ability, and I was able to see things in my dreams, more clearer. Like, and then when I woke up tired, and I had this pain in my leg, and until right now, I still have it. I still have it was like it felt like a needle, like when you get an injection. That's how painful it was. And I have this bump on my leg that I cannot explain it. It's just so weird. It's so freaking weird. The picture I'm trying to see here, if I could. I don't know, because my complexion and then the floor, the way it looks, it's just this bump right here on my leg. Um, how can I show this? I'm gonna have to do that another time because I have the picture and I have to. I wish I had it connected to the computers where I could just grab the picture from my phone. I know there's a way of doing it, but I don't have it set up that way. Sorry for yawning. I'm still tired from last night. That was really that was so weird. And then I just started seeing things and everything. Their ship, their and it's all invisible. You can't really see it. They have like a cloaking device where they can be cloaked and you can't see them. But one of them showed themselves to me. That's how I knew it was dumb. And then they fucking stabbed me, motherfuckers. I was like, all right, I know they'll be back. They'll realize that they didn't get me last night, and they're like, fuck, he got away because I got away in my dream. Uh, I wasn't the only one they tried to take last night, so I'm just trying to wonder if there's other people that had some kind of similar dream or something close to it. Um, and I'm pretty sure there is people out there. I just don't have them here. You know, they don't. I don't get pushed out on YouTube like that, and they don't like the topics that I talk about. I'm definitely shadow banned. Only my subscribers, and not all, some gets to watch um, if they have their notifications on. You know, it's just like my song. It's like the song that I play in the show. I'm my worst enemy. Yeah. And the thing is, I keep manifesting. And I manifest. It just happens. When I want something to happen, it'll happen. If I want like certain things to go down a certain way, I have the abilities to do it. And then I have this gift of seeing the future, not so far out, but seeing what's going on in the present and just be able to astral project that way. Like this government, our government here, it's a lot of bad things they're doing, and they're setting us up. We're just a bunch of pawns on the board, and we're being set up. It's a setup. They're leading the herd to the butcher. I have to smoke my medicine. First one of the day. I didn't smoke anything yesterday. It seems like I smoke when I do my show. That's the only time I really smoke. Because I don't smoke when I'm off the show. I don't. I have everything here. My whole gear is here. Everything's here. I gotta do the blood ritual. If you wanna see what's my ritual, stay tuned. It's just checking my sugar. It's my blood ritual. And then whatever residue goes to a certain item here, like my wand, and I'll end up putting my blood on it. It's just a quiet morning. Kind of like it. Also, I want to send out my condolences to someone that I grew up in back in the 80s, specifically 1986. Paul Rubin. I want to wish you a speedy journey. You're in a better place. Paul, you were an inspiration and very entertaining when I was little with the Pee Wee Herman character and the Fun House, the Pee Wee's Fun House. I grew up watching that with my sister. My sister, she was 4 years old. I was 6. And that was our thing every Saturday morning, was to watch cartoons in the morning. And we would turn on, well, I would. I would wake up early, but my parents, they were asleep, and like I will wake up, use the restroom, and then I'll go to the television and I'll turn it on. And I would put it on where the cartoons were. And at this time, we had color TV. Like, we just got a color TV. And not only that, at this point, I'm not sure if we had cable. I don't know if we had cable at that time, because that was 1986. There's a possibility we had cable at that time. Like, it just literally just came out, and I believe that's when my father got the cable. It was in the summer of '86, and we would, in the morning, I would watch Pee Wee Herman, and not only Pee Wee Herman. I had my shows that I watched. My sister's, she had her shows that she used to watch, like My Little Pony, and what was the other cartoons she used to watch? She used to watch Teddy Ruxpin. She used to watch Punky Brewster. She used to watch Care Bears. She used to watch. There was another show. She was really into it, and I can't remember it now. She liked She-Hulk. There was another one though. It was a girly show too. Anyhow, we had good entertainment, back in '86, and Pee Wee Herman was one of my favorites. I love when he had the word of the day, and then he would say in the beginning, "The word of the day is dream." And if anybody would say, "Oh, I had a dream," everybody starts screaming. Everybody would start screaming, even the chair. I remember the chair with the tongue coming out. Oh, man. We should do that for today. The word of the day is dream. Oh, man. Pee Wee, we're going to miss you, man. Your movies were awesome, too. We know you were a horny dude. I know you were a horny dude. He got caught in the at a theater. It was one of those like porn theaters, but I guess he got caught being there and masturbating or whatever. Uh, it's back in the days, there was no internet, no, well, not really internet, but porn. It was either a magazine or you go to one of these theaters that they would show certain things, especially in LA. And LA, they were known for freaks and having, these get-togethers and watching porn and stuff. And he was caught up in it, and he got caught, and it really hurt him for a while. Um, People looked at him a little differently, but to be honest with you, I'm not hating the guy for it, you know, because my reasons is that look at the time frame, of the 80s. He was horny, and he did what he did. Now, like, you should see today and what people do. I mean, go look at OnlyFans, and everyone's like fucking like rabbits. And he just went to just get off, and he was horny. He was a young guy full of cum, and he came and he went, but he got caught, and it kind of gave him a blackball image to him. And but he was such a great actor, great comedian, funny as hell, great personality. Was judged so heavily because he wanted to play with his dick. But Ruben, I hope wherever you're at right now, bust a nut. So, with that said, let's move forward and let's continue with the show. What's up, Albie?
I'm all good, man.
You're all good?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Do you remember any of your dreams? Probably not. I mean, it doesn't have to be today. I mean, it could be a previous dream that you probably recall or you remember or it's etched in your mind. You could share that. Because I'm a dreamer.
Well,
Sometimes, and I understand this with people, dreams come and go. The memory comes and goes. Sometimes it sticks on you and it stays with you. And sometimes it just slides down and it goes away. Like a stream down the river. It's like it just floats away. Some important dreams stick and they stick to you and you always remember it. And for me, talking about it, recording it, putting it into
I had a couple
record.
of dreams, but they're about shape shifter, energy shifting. It's messing with higher science. It's kind of like a sunstream, and we'll discover how people will astral project into other bodies. And so, I'm talking with Rick Bro, and we were having dream, and we were experimenting within this dream about how soul's body hop, how spirit functions can be transferred from one to another. Happens because we're reading religious tales that was kept from humanity for thousands of years, and how people get suppressed, or how I say possessed out of their body. And I always believe that was true.
As you're saying that, I was astral projecting and I was in Egypt. I was looking at how they were building the pyramids, and I was just floating around that area as you were talking.
Yeah.
For some reason, my mind was taking me there, like telling me that history is not what you think.
Right.
Everything that's told to you, it's a lie. The truth is less than, if you rate from 10 to be lies and the truth. Um, let me see. Well, the truth only has like, there's only like 20 or 2% to 20% real, and the rest is all fabricated.
Yeah, because you guys stick something to the truth.
You know
To make
how they do this? They do it by repeating. When it's something true, you don't need to repeat it. When it's something fake and not real or bullshit, they'll repeat it over and over and over and over and over. And media does that a lot. Media loves to push and really not be so helpful. I mean, shit, go watch the news for an hour and you're going to see 80% of it is bad and 20% of it is good. And within the 20%, you're getting commercials. Because you're not hearing the bads that they're telling us. So they distract you with, buy a new car. Here is a 2023 model. You know, you can lease it now for $325 a month. That's how they distract the people. You need a blender. No, I don't. Yes, you do. Come get one now. You can put it on payments and get your blender. But I already have a blender. Don't let me tell you twice. Like, pushy, very pushy. Especially like when it comes to like the Home Shopping Network and all these, like, they push products. They're pushers. That's why I see media. They're a bunch of pushers and bullies, and all this media is controlled by like a group of people. It's a small knit group of people that runs everything, you know. It's like the dominancy of the world it's like it's a chess game, and they're trying to take the whole board. Like, it's more like chess. Checkers is advanced. But what they're trying to do is, and this is the best way to get anyone, is by influencing them. They influence to the point that of submission. Buy a new car. 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 And then the next thing you know, you look outside, you have a new car. It's like they force you to need, which in reality you really don't need. Like, look around you. Look around your area and where you're at. And tell me how much shit you have in your place that you don't need. But you got it because you got influenced to get it. Because I can tell you right now, I've been influenced a lot. And I could tell, and I know a lot of stuff here I really don't need. And that's why, storages became very popular, because there's not enough space to put all your shit in, because all the influence of you having to buy shit that they have to rent out storages so you can put your shit in. You know what I mean, with like U-Haul storages and even independent storages. Shit, they have buildings where you could. The fuck. They have buildings where you can store your shit, and they charge you every month for that little extra space. It's funny. I have the song playing in my head. It's like you make a deal with God, and then you switch places. That's the deal. Switch places with God, and tell him to live your life. Because as I see it, we are the gods. Each individual of us is a god. You just don't know. You just haven't connected to that feeling inside, or have confidence to feel it. We are the gods. Now, we have all different types. We're all different. And we all have different capabilities. It's like we're all a piece of a god. And the government is using us because they know what we're capable of. And they distract the fuck out of us. And we're like, I'm telling you, the worst invention in history is the internet. Second, the television, radio, anything that could be influenced was super horrible for humanity. And look where we're at now. Look how fast society has changed. They forgot that there are gods inside. Nope. They forgot about that. They're not even thinking about that. They're thinking about their TikTok, what I'm gonna wear today, what hairstyle, I gotta do my makeup, I gotta do this, and they're all distracted. They're distracted. It's just all distractions. And to get to the point where I'm at, I had to go through a lot of pain to get to where I'm at right now, in this intersection of me and you. And I really feel that society, they need to get in touch with themselves. Don't touch yourself like Pee Wee Herman. That's not what I mean. Don't cross pollinate the stories. It's like I was trying to get in touch with myself, and I'm bringing the power. Like, what? No, Pee Wee, no, not like that. Like, that is a source though, and that is a way too. So he is not wrong. Damn, he is talking to me. Like, I can hear his, like, because that's the thing with me. I'm so sensitive. I hear spirits from the dead too, and people think, "Damn, that's crazy," but I hear him. I hear voices, so I can connect to that ether and pull any, like, and it just comes to me, and I heard that very clear. That is a form. Sex is a form of very strong energy, especially the orgasmic energy that releases. That's one of the most powerful energies. It's stronger than the Big Bang. That's how powerful orgasmic energy is. Who's going to contest me? Who's going to contest me on that? I'm hearing that. Like, it's just, and I hear the sound. It's a ringing sound, like it's a not. It's a steady sound. It sounds like the TV is on again, and you have that white noise, static white noise, and I hear it from this side, and I hear it in both ears, but I hear it coming from this side of my head, the back, and it's more towards this left side, and that could be from my accident that I had, where I had a ceiling collapse on me and broke my neck. It nearly killed me. So, long story short, I'm still alive and I'm in the intersection with you guys. And which way are we going? You're going to turn left? You're going to turn right? Maybe you're going to go straight. Maybe so happens that you need to do a U-turn. It's all up to you which way you want to go. I tend to go to the right. Not because it's right. It's because my energy takes me there. And I start seeing things and hearing things, and the more, and this is not only politically, but this is this energy I have inside of me that tells me this. Like, stay away from them, stay away from that area. You could explore, because I've had that in my dreams before, where I was given the decision to pick which side to go, and I will pick in my dream the left, and then I will see everything that's crazy, things happening, car accidents, medical emergencies, all different types of weird shit, right? And then I come to reality, right? Dream's over, and then not that day, but sometime in the future, I remember that I had a deja vu of that dream, that I knew if I went that way to the left, something's going to happen to me. So what I do is I go to the right and I listen to myself. And not a lot of people listen to themselves. And I'm pretty sure other people have had this dream before, where you had a dream and then it comes from a dream to deja vu. And then it's like so real that you lived this moment before, and you know the outcome of what's going to happen if you go with the decision you made in your dream. And that's what happens to me. So then I start listening to myself and I'm like, fuck it, I'm going right. I don't want to go that way because I already know what's over there. Fuck that shit. No. I don't need another surgery. I don't need another issue. Like, keep me on the right side and I'll be fine. And I've been doing all right. So I've been trying hard with myself and trying to get myself in a better state. It's physically is tough. Mentally it's a challenge, but I gotta do it. I'm fighting for my survival. I'm fighting for my existence, and I'm not greedy, but I do feel like I need to do more. Like, I need to tell people more and have people listen. And when it's my time, you'll know when it's my time. I don't know how you guys will know, but y'all figure it out somehow. It is something that I do think about, and a lot of people, they shy away from even listening to it. But you are going to die, and the reality is that when I told you to look around at the shit that you have around you, guess what? You don't take that shit with you. That stays. So whatever secrets, whatever funny shit that you have. It could be a dildo. It could be what they call it, pocket pussies. It could be like an ass to get down with. Any magazines, any videos, any of that stuff, even on your computer. All that stuff goes into somebody else's hands, and you will be judged by other peers. And that's some crazy shit because, like, you're not taking a dildo with you to your next life. I'll tell you that. Hey, Tamir. Yes. Hold on. Let me go back to the. You could come
Yeah, I
on.
agree to that.
It's like, I need to take my pocket pussy with me when I die. It has to go with me. You don't understand. I had a relationship
Yeah,
with that forever.
the old Asian Egyptians, when they used to mummify their bodies, they used to put the belongings in their casket right next to the
Yes. They used to.
But that don't mean they carried it on to the
Yo, let me tell you
to other
something.
ones.
Their porn was very freaky. Very. Oh, I got goosebumps. And I hear them laughing. They're all laughing. Like, they were freaks. And they did, like, they used to do like these masks, right? So they hid who they were. And they used to have orgies. And then you would look around and people will wear all different masks and all different coverings, and there was just sex. That was their entertainment. That was their pleasure. That was their thing. Like, let me tell you, it was so deep that they try to cut it back. Like, they try to like cut it down. So the prostitutes from the ancient times, they used to put their price and their services on the bottom of their sandals. And then they will stand in the corner and it will have like a special marking that it identified them as prostitutes. And they will stand in the corner and they will have like their leg, their bottom of their foot looking so people could see it and they'll notice, oh, and they'll have a price on it. And if you wanted that person, all you had to do was go up to that person and, you know, and then they had the sexy time. Fluffy bumping, I call it. A lot of fluffy bumping. And I'm gonna put the link back up. Oh, there's Tamir. Okay, good. Yo, what's up, T?
Hey there.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up?
Yeah,
No, I'm good. I'm good, thanks. Working again, so I might
What?
have. Yeah,
You're like
work.
you're like a vampire, man. You're-
I might be. Be careful.
yeah, I know. I saw you put the glasses on and you went like this. So I was like, okay, I know what's up.
Uh,
Yeah, my eyes are
No.
sensitive for light.
how are you guys?
Well, I'm doing good, man. Just speaking away for a bit until Doc starts his show at 12.
Ah, he's coming on.
Yeah, I saw him schedule a show for 12 today.
Ah,
For 12 in an
okay,
hour.
so in an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
If I can be on, I try to be on as well. But you know, if well, I'm working, so
Yeah.
if I
know
gotta
we-
go, I gotta go.
Yeah, we know the rules. I already know
Yeah.
the rules, so you don't even have to explain to me. It's like, just go. You don't even have to say nothing. Just drop off
Yeah.
and then come back on.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Other people are not going to understand that, but I do.
Yeah.
'Cause they're
I know.
working, you know?
Yeah.
So how's everything
I am.
going?
Oh, a bit tired, but I'm good. I'm just feeling the withdrawal symptoms still from carbs and sugar, and so.
Mm,
But
And-
it takes a few days, and then usually it gets better.
especially
uh,
sugar. Sugar is a bitch.
yeah. Yeah, it is. It is.
And
And I love sugar, so it's a double
Mhm.
whammy for me.
Yeah. Especially if
So
you're a coffee drinker. I'm
yeah,
not. I,
I
I,
am.
I you,
I
yeah,
coffee is one of my so-called drugs.
yeah.
So
But it comes from the earth, so it's not a bad thing in a ways, but it can kill you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
If like everything, if you do everything in
Too much,
moderation,
too much, too much,
yeah,
too much, too
moderation.
much.
Because
Yeah,
if you do too much, it can put you out.
yeah,
Death by coffee tonight at 7.
yeah. At least I would I would die with my boots on. So
There you
hopefully,
go. Hey, you put it. You make sure someone knows, and they'll make sure when you do pass,
yeah.
you go with your boots. So many people, pharaohs have gone with gold and currency and a whole bunch of like setup, like they like with all their jewelry,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's why there's a lot of people exploring these and not only the pharaohs but even everyday people, because there's a lot of everyday people that bury themselves with their loot,
mm,
and there's people that break into these caskets and steal from them, and
yeah,
I and it's been done many 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 times, and it's not gonna stop. So but
yeah.
I felt like back in 2017 it was, or 20, I think it's 2017, they had went into it was in Egypt, and
Hmm.
it was one of the pharaohs, and they found his 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 casket, and it was set up in a ways that was really beautiful and had markings on the walls and writings and pictures and
Hmm.
stuff, and it warned them not to open the
Yeah,
casket, not
yeah,
open at all. And guess what they did?
yeah,
They
yeah,
opened it,
yeah, yeah.
and that's when things
Naturally.
things started going bad.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like the people that were there, they little by little they
Yeah,
were dying, and
yeah.
not only that, but it did something also to the world.
Oh,
Like,
I think my yeah. I think my cam froze for some
yeah,
reason.
it's
Ah,
doing that.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah, it'll come in and out because I
yeah,
guess it's the energy that's doing that.
possible.
So you're still working from the night shift to the day, or you
Yeah,
started another
yeah,
shift?
yeah. It's 6 p.m. here now, and I work until 7 in the morning or 6:30 in the morning. But anyhow,
What you just started now?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So, oh shit, you got a long way to go from
14
six.
hours. 14
Wow,
hours. Yeah,
from six
normal stuff from
from
6
six
until
in
7 in the
the
morning.
evening
Yeah,
to 7
yeah,
in the morning.
yeah. Well, that's 30 hours. But anyway,
Ooh,
yeah. So
ooh.
long way to go. But
No
I
sugar,
think,
no carbs.
yeah, no, nothing. Just pure meat.
Yeah,
But
protein, chicken.
yeah, yeah, uh, yeah. What does it make in hours if I make five 14-hour days this week? How many hours does it make? 60.
5 14 hours.
Si-
You're doing over 60, almost 70 hours, man. Let me see.
Yeah,
So you said how many
yeah.
hours? 14 hours?
Sorry. So I gotta go. I
Okay.
gotta go. Sorry.
He could drop off. Drop off. He don't need to do that. I told him that he just needs to drop off. 14 times 5. 70 hours. I was right. Holy shit. I'm a mathematician. Look, I know math. I calculated and it came out 70. I said 70. Bring him Albie. Um Termir, he's working, you know, so he don't need to explain to me that if he needs to go, he don't need to tell me I gotta go, I gotta go. Just drop off. Drop off. I know what's happening, so he'll get accustomed to it. He'll get used to it. He'll figure it out. But I remember working those hours like that, 70 hours a week. Shit, I used to work 100 hours a week. I had 2 full-time jobs. My daytime job, I worked 60 hours a week, and my nighttime job was 40 hours a week. It was 100 hours a week. Let me tell you, the money was great, but I got extremely tired. You know, I only was able to do it for like 3 years. And that was it. I was like, look, I did it when I was young too. So young, dumb, full of cum type of energy. Like that's what I had. And I worked. Oh man, I worked. And yeah, you get to a point where you gotta understand that life is not always about work. You also have to enjoy it. And that's what I've gotten to this point. And you know, and at that time to be able to let go my night job, and then I had my accident a few years later, and then I had to let go my day job and not be able to do anything because the doctors won't let me. So, you know, it's all good. It's fine. I'm okay. It's just it was hard to stop, especially like my day job. Like it was hard to like not be able to go to work and not be able to do what you used to do. And I came to a reality that, you know, it broke my heart. And I always felt like, you know, I did what I did and everything happened for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And we're here in this intersection. Because everything in your past, everything that you did has got you here at this point that you're in right now. Now, where is it going to take you? And that's what you have to decide. Where is it going to take you? Which direction you're going to go? What's your subconscious tells you where to go? Which direction you want to go? Like I said, I'm going right. Many people go straight. Many people tend to want to go to that left. And there's some that like, you know, do a U-turn. the ones that are scared, they're like, fuck this shit, I'm out of here. And they do the U-turn. But in my dreams, the left was always horrible and always gave me the results of outcomes to my deja vus. And then when I have my deja vu and I'm like, wait a minute, I lived this. I did this before, but it's new to me. And I know what happens. Am I going to go that way? Fuck no. Hell no. I already know what's that way. I know what happens to me if I go that way. I want to stay on the right until, you know, otherwise. But I've had that many, many, many times. And especially the one with the sign that tells you left or right and you can't even go straight. You only have, you know, if you're going this direction and you're at an intersection and you have to make a decision, left or right, which way would you take? Direction where you want to go. You have that power to make that decision, what you want and what you don't want. You know, maybe the right is not good for you. Maybe in your dreams, the left is good for you and better things happen to you on that side than making the right choice. At the end of the day, it's your decision. And you gotta think about it. You know, if your whole life you've been making decisions since you were born. Since you were born, you've been making decisions. You know, it's like you decide if you wanted to come out or not, or be alive or not. And when you do come out, forcefully, because they're pushing you out, they're like, the decision is being made for you. You're getting out. And you're pushed out. You're making decisions at that moment. The first thing you do, you cry. And the reason why you cry, you're clearing out your lungs. And they do it on purpose. They hold you upside down, they'll spank your ass and make you cry to get the fluid out of your lungs. You could decide not to cry. You can stay quiet and they spank you and you just stay quiet. But that's your reaction to that energy that's applied to you. Like how did you put that spanking energy into a force of crying? You know what I mean? It's like that subconscious as a little thing. It's so powerful. You've been doing this since you were a baby, coming out the womb. And people don't think about that. When you're hungry, the energy, that pain, that feeling, how did you develop that feeling that you knew that you needed something to put into you to be able to settle you down? My point is, you've been making decisions your whole freaking life, and it's brought you here to this point, this intersection. A lot of people cross paths with me, and they make their decision, and they either go left, and they'll go center, they'll go, some will go with me to the right, and they hang around with me, and they're here chilling. The other ones are still out there trying to discover or figure out things for themselves. And that's their path. That's the path they're chosen. You have that ability to choose whether you want to be good or if you want to be bad. The yin and the yang. Well, it's always divide and conquer. That's how it's always been. And that it's continually to be like that. Divide the herd. Divide the herd. They're all going to the same butcher. Just divide the herd. Oh, boy. This medicine's pretty good. I'm smoking lemon haze with a little bit of purple Gorilla Glue. And it's smooth to the throat. Very strong, because I can feel it in the back of my throat here. Like I could feel it's not harsh. It's not that harsh. But you do feel it. I do feel it in my throat. So, but it's nice. It's a good smoke. And for those who don't smoke, that's fine. That's your choice. That's the point. You decide what you want and what you don't want. And Who am I or who are anyone to tell you otherwise? It's your fucking decision. Whatever you want to do, man. You want to be a millionaire or you want to be a billionaire? That's your decision. You know, you can make it happen. It's just having the ambition and the determination to get there. Not everyone has that. I don't have that. I can admit right here, right now. You know, the only way I'll become a billionaire if I hit multiple times of a lottery system or something, and it could be either the Powerball, it could be the Mega Millions, it could be that's I will have to win like multiple times to become a billionaire, because you're not a billionaire because right now we have a Mega Millions that's at 1 point something billion, right? But you got to understand, when you win, you're not a billionaire. You're a multi-millionaire, because the government takes half of that money. And then not only that, but every single year you have to pay taxes on that money you have. So it's like slowly, like it's like quicksand. They make you mega rich, but then they taking it slowly back. You know, because it's like you're not part of the group. You weren't chosen to be part of any high standards. Now you have the source to stop that sand from falling. Now this is just up to you if you want to, you know, invest your money and take a risk in the market, because everything's a risk. With it could be a risk with high reward. Can be, you know, because there's people that manipulate the market, so they'll get, and the market's very tricky. I need to do a show just about what the market, what they do and how they fluctuate the market to their advantage and your disadvantage. It's sad, but it's just a game. It's like a video game. You know, your chances of succeeding the first time is not that good. It's a risk. That's what I'm saying. It's very high risk, but can be with high reward if it's done right. Because many people have became billionaires because of the market. Look at Elon Musk. Look at what's his stupid Zuckerberg. You know, look at all these Warren Buffett. Like, look at all, like, every single one had their run in the market and had big time manipulations for their gains. Shows how they play the game. It's kind of like mobsters in the market. And the more capital you have, the more wealth you're going to have. You got to know how to play the game before you start playing the game, because it's only a game. The part of it is, in this game, there's always an ending. And that ending is your death. And that's the damn truth. Let me tell you, when you die, you don't take not even 1 penny of that. Nothing. That's only for self-pleasure at the moment that you have it. Because remember, when you die, whatever you put in your savings and your checking and all that, bye-bye. God. Not even the fucking underwear you're wearing, the clothes you're wearing, none of that goes with you. Not even the wallet you're carrying with your money and your credit cards, and nothing. Yeah, they'll dress you up, you know, for a viewing, and they'll make you look like a Chucky, like one of the Saw dolls with all this paint in your face. I went to a viewing one time, and that was the last time ever. I don't go to viewings anymore because the energy is just too overwhelming for me. Too overwhelming for me. But I went to this person's funeral. He was he was a good friend of mine. He was a millionaire. Okay. Mansion on the water in South Miami. Like, his partner, he's still alive because he was gay. They were married. And I knew both of them because my friend, he is a plastic surgeon. He's a plastic surgeon, dermatologist, plastic surgeon. He's a lot of money. Okay. And his partner was into real estate and a lot of money. He mysteriously drowned in Costa Rica. I don't understand why he went into the water. He this is like I'm gonna call it the Obama. Okay. He went into the water and he drowned. If you don't know how to swim, why are you going into the water, especially if it's more than waist high? Why? It's just always blew my mind. And I went to his funeral, and the person who did his makeup, I knew that's this person, and made him look like a freaking clown. That was the worst makeup I ever seen on a corpse. And I saw a lot of dead bodies in my life. This one took the cake. I think the cake, they put it on the face, and then that what they presented. I said, this is the last time I ever going to a viewing or funeral. I just refused to do it. He was a good friend of mine, and it really broke my heart. And his partner took over everything. And I don't have no animosity or anything bad against him or anything. He's a friend of mine too. I need to get a hold of him because I've been thinking about him lately. So I'm not the type of person. I'm not a chaser. Okay. I'll throw hints, but I'm not gonna chase you. I don't like it so much. I don't like chasing people down. And I like to give people their space and not hover over people. Not always hovering. I like to give them space. And get in contact with him, see what he's doing, how he's doing. Hopefully he still have the same number, because I kept my number the same. I mean, too many people have this number. Like, people importance have my number, and it's always going to be the same until maybe I die. Many times I thought about changing the number, but I think many people have my number. So if they ever want to get in contact with me, let's do the number. I don't do email so much. Like, I'll do like Zoom, or I'll do like Discord for communications wise now. But back in the days, we didn't have this. We knew each other and we kept in contact by calling each other. And I miss my friend. I miss my friend, and I hope he's doing well. He's older. He should be shit. He should be in his 80s now. He's old. He's old. He's older. He's older than me. Shit. He's very wealthy. And something's telling me I'm not. It's not for the money. I never chased him for no fucking money. I paid for my own shit when I was with him. Where I went, like I used to go over to the house all the time. We used to ride jet skis, and we used to get on the boat, and we used to go out on the water, and then we used to like chill in South Beach, but on the boat. Like you live my life. If you get the opportunity to live my life, you're gonna have a fucking good time, right? You're gonna have like one of the best experiences of your life. And then you're gonna go through a lot of fucking pain and suffering. A lot. And then you're gonna get to this point where I'm at and how enlightened I am and how my psychic abilities is and how it's gotten to this point in my life. It's so fucking amazing, and it hurts my head just thinking about it. Let's bring back tea. Yo, what's up, Timir?
Yo,
What's going on? How you
so
doing? Yeah,
yeah.
man. You don't have to tell me that you need to leave. Just leave. Don't.
Oh,
Don't.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. I'm gonna listen. I know the camera doesn't just drop because of signal.
Yeah.
I know. I know when it drops, you don't have to explain yourself. Just
Yeah.
drop.
All right.
I
All
know
right.
it's because of a customer, and so we know this.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you get like, ooh. I was like, no, it's okay. Go, go, go get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. No, I was just talking about my friend down in South Florida. He's a
Mm-hmm.
multimillionaire,
Mm-hmm.
and his
Oh,
motivation was to, do this plastic surgeries and do a lot of dermatology, like the dermatology work, and a lot of Botox, a lot of fillers. It's like I used to see all these women come in and come out like swolled up
mm-hmm.
because they just got their Botox and stuff, and it takes a little while for
Mm-hmm.
it to settle in. And that's how I know
Mm-hmm.
a lot about cosmetic surgery, and what it feels to have those type of surgeries, and I could relay that to people. Um,
Yeah.
but he was a really good friend of mine, and I need to get in touch with him.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah. Do it.
yeah, he's in his 80s. I think I was saying he's in
Mm-hmm.
his 80s. So
Mm-hmm.
he's the type of dude that would live to like 90, 95, 96.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know when he dies, I definitely have to be at his funeral
Yeah.
because he was a really good friend of mine, and not only that, it's like I known him for and when he was doing work and stuff, and I was working in the building. I was a plant operation manager, and
Ah.
his office, his everything was in my building that I was running. So
Yeah.
I developed a really good personal relationship with this individual,
Cool.
and yeah, and it was cool. Like they would
Mm-hmm.
invite me to go on trips. I couldn't go. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, listen, you're inviting me to Costa Rica. You're inviting me to the Caymans. You're inviting me to go skiing. You're inviting me
Mm-hmm.
to go on a cruise. But you know what? I can't because I gotta work. That's where I was
Mm-hmm.
at in my mind. I could have taken advantage and said, fuck it. Let me go on this cruise, let me go on this stuff, and be greedy and
Mm-hmm.
take all these gifts. But I was like, no, I'm good. I have to continue working, and this I can't leave this building like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when I did had to leave that job was hard. It was so hard for me because they the president of the association kept sending me messages and calling me asking me if I wanted to come back. And I started laughing inside because he knows I can't come back. And
Yeah.
it just sucks when that happens because
Yeah.
they haven't found anyone that was able to do what I was able to do and do it with a smile.
Yeah.
So, it's just things happened the way it happened, and this is the direction my life took me, and here I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, I
Yeah.
had a lot of fucking fun, dude. The jet skis, what? We used to get on the jet skis and go to South Beach on the jet skis. We would travel from South Miami. I'm not gonna say his address or where he was at, but he was on the water. He had access to the ocean from his fucking mansion. Fucking amazing. I love this, And every time we used to get there, everything was ready because the housekeeper, his people had everything prepped for us.
Yeah.
So when I walked in, like I ring the doorbell, housekeeper comes, open the door, gives me a hug because we were like that. Like we were close with the housekeepers too. We're like, you're like family, come over here, give me a hug. And dude, the food were amazing. Oh, we had that house was so I stayed in that house several times because I drank too much and I didn't want to drive. So I had my own room in that house, like where I could and it had its own private bathroom. Like it's so fucking cool. And maybe one day I'll do a video if he's still alive. I'll go down there to Miami because I'm planning to go down there, and I'll show off. I'll show the house. It's like, holy shit, Rick, are you serious? Like this is all confirmation. I'm not talking out of my ass. Look at this fucking house. Oh man, it's so cool though. That I was able to do that at a young age and get that out of the way to the point that now I can't get on a jet ski. I can't do that, with my neck and all the metal that I have inside of me. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay.
I have spinal problems. I have really bad stuff in my spine, so it's a no-go. But those memories we all have, what brought you the most joy?
Yeah.
And then you cherish those moments because that's very good positive energy. So, yeah, I still have a lot of stories too. I have so many stories. This is my 401st show.
Yeah.
So
Congrats, man.
the future, the past, the future, it's all going to be put on here. So, but I could write a book about the building I used to work at. Like scandalous book. Of course, I will have to change the names and stuff like that, but the story is going to be true story, true scandals where caught a lot of people having sex and out of marriage sex and crazy shit, like just scandalous. I might name that book like that, just scandalous. Because it was deep, dude. Oh man. Yeah, those is, and then it was funny because in that building we had a family practice on the first floor, and they started dabbling into the like dermatology stuff too. So then you have lawyers on like the second floor. Third floor had a practice, medical practice. Fifth floor was actually the fourth floor was the dermatologist, the plastic surgeon. and then the fifth floor was no, actually the fourth floor was also the podiatrist. So it was like the podiatrist and but that's I think that was on the third, no, that was on the fourth floor. And then the fifth floor was family practice, a commercial. I always felt like it was part of a CIA, FBI office. Just because I always had a feeling, and I always like knew because that it was always quiet that office. I never in the years that I've been in there and stuff. I've been in there before, but it just felt so weird because I always felt like it was a front. And then they had an abortion clinic. There was an abortion clinic in my building. And that one, he was so funny. The guy he's a millionaire. The guy is a multimillionaire, right? He's a doctor, but he does abortions. He was abortion outside and he's Russian. So outside the office, he put the American flag, but he put it upside down. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna say shit. I'm like, look, whatever you're going through is what you're going through is your decision, But he was really cool with me and very laughing with me, and we always had a good he was a multimillionaire, and he lives in Star Island.
Oh,
so
cool.
Just think
That's
about
wealthy. That's wealthy. Yeah, that's wealthy area. Very wealthy. Yeah.
So these are the type of people I know.
Yeah.
And these people,
yeah, go
these people are friends to me.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a time I'm still curious about real estate investing, and I tried to start to buy apartment buildings with at least 20 or 30 apartments in them. But I just couldn't find enough financing to get things going. So I was studying a lot of that stuff, like Grant Cardone. Who else did I listen? Those kind of people. I tried to listen and learn from them that what would be the way to do it, and I used to have, before the COVID thing started, so-called COVID thing started, I used to have contacts to United States, but
here, let me tell you, Tamir. Here, if you get like a building, something like that, and you fix it up, and you could put it for housing, you're guaranteed money.
Yeah.
Every month you're guaranteed money because the money comes from the state and it's from the government, and then they pay a certain portion, and then your tenants pay a certain portion, and it's always guaranteed that you're gonna get that money. Because if they can't afford it or something happens, the state would take over and pay it. So it's always guaranteed money. Like 32 units, you imagine? Oof.
Yeah.
Every month.
I was doing, actually. I was watching
dude.
Yeah, I was watching apartment buildings on my free time, which had at least 60 or more units in them. And so I have been I have not been able to buy anything, but I have had goals and
Tamir,
really.
If I win the Mega Millions, I'll make those dreams come true.
Yeah.
If I always say if so many wishes I can make come true, and that one I like. I like that.
Yeah.
You imagine having a 60 and a 32 both.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, or
And
like
it's
an
real, and it's new. Like,
apartment building with 120 units alone,
oh,
just alone.
and then of course the units are remodeled, and they're they have good appliances, good everything. Everything's like kind of
Yeah.
like new. It doesn't have to be new, the building, but it could be made and remodeled new and upkept.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
I would
Just-
I would get in business with you, and I would finance. I'd be like, hell yeah, shit. If I
Yeah.
was a multimillionaire, why
Yeah.
the fuck not?
Yeah,
I
I
go-
mean,
I
you
got my
just need the
passport.
first. I think Grant Cardone said that first million is always the most challenging one, and that also like the first few, because you are not known into the market yet. The
You're
first
not even-
few apartment buildings will be the most challenging ones, and then when you get the foot between the door, then it becomes easier.
yeah,
And I
it's
discovered that it's exactly true in that sense, and you just need to find the way to finance the thing.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
I man, I'm telling you, I'll be if I win that Mega Millions, I'm gonna fill in, and I'm gonna have open up a business there, and then fly back over here.
yeah. I mean, basically, what you would need is practically the down payment of the apartment building, like
I buy
depending
land.
about the size, but like
Yeah.
let's say that if you have 30 units, depending about how, usually you pay like 15 or 20%
You-
as a down payment, so you need maybe 200 grand or something like that to buy
That would be
buy
pennies.
buy the stuff, and especially if you buy it for what's it
This
called?
is this is how cheap the banking system is and the financial system is, right? To them, that's pennies, right? But they don't have the money because
Yeah.
everything is all digital. So
And they are printing
that's
stuff.
hard to get financed through banks these days.
Yeah.
Now you have a private investor, which
Yeah.
would be if I was the mega millionaire and I'm like,
Mhm.
I like your proposal. I want to do this. Let's do it. And boom. And we become partners. And then your dreams come true. And it's like, and not only yours, mine's too. And then I wish it gets to that point that I could be able to do that. That's something that would be so magical. I'm telling you, if I hit it big, I'd be helping. Of course, people will be coming in here and flooding like crazy. It won't be only just one person watching. I'll have maybe 1 million people watching, and all want help, and I like T's vision, and I like that because he's helping. And 60 units, 120 units, I'll have them. I'll just, private invest it and start getting into the real estate, and start developing. Private investor, and that would be so awesome though, because then the money that comes in is going to start coming in, because remember, your money, you have to make your money work. Either you're going to put it in the market and risk, or you're going to get into a certain project like real estate, because real estate, you can become mega rich off of real estate if done right, and everything is done the right way. Oh, hell yeah. My friend became a multimillionaire from real estate. He's the one that drowned. His partner took over all his assets and everything, and because they were married, and boy, did he get a lot of money. And he didn't need it because he's a plastic surgeon. I told him that. I was like, Wayne, like his name is Wayne. I'm like, Wayne, you have a lot of shit. You got a lot of money now. You know, that's a lot. You know, he every year he goes on vacation. He has. I need to go down there and visit them. I'm gonna call him and I'm gonna make, because I wouldn't need a hotel. I wouldn't. Like, he'll give me the key to the mansion. He's like, here. Just make sure you lock the door when you leave. If not, you know, the maid will do it. If you want her to lock the door when you leave, the maid will come out and do it. And she has a quarters. She lives there too. She has a room, her own room, kitchen, everything. Like, it's like a house and within a house. And she lives on the first floor. Like, the entryway, you go up these stairs. Like, when you walk in, on your left, okay, on your right is the elevator. This house has an elevator. And on the left, you have the staircase, the spiral staircase that goes up. On the second floor, you have the grand piano. He has a fucking grand piano that plays like you just hit a button, turn it on, and it's connected to like the music, and it'll play it on the piano. Nobody needs to sit there and play; it'll play itself. And then he has the family area with the fire pit, or the chimney. It's in the middle. The pool is outside. The jacuzzi is outside. Let me go back in the house, past the family area. Then you have the dining area, the dining room. And then from there, the elevator's on the left. So between the family room where the grand piano is and the dining room, that's where the elevator is. Then there's an entry to the kitchen. The pantries, there's two big pantries. They look like fucking walk-in closets of food. And then you have the kitchen with the island in the middle. That's where the cook is. So I'll be like, hey, what's up? He's like, you hungry? No. Oh, good. I go, I want a drink though. So they'll make me a drink. Any drink I want, they'll make it. And then Wayne's like living room area is fucking sick. It's like another dining room in the back, another dining room area, but then in the middle, like there's the living room area, and he has the sectional that goes all the way around. And many times I've watched movies and I fell asleep there. Many times I just knock out watching a movie. Big ass television too. Holy shit. For that time, that was big. And outside is where the channel of water. He has his boat lifted up out of the water, and the jet skis are out of the water. So he has his dogs, where they're like killer dogs. They look like killer dogs, but they're not. They're beautiful and they love me. And then he has his parrots. He has two parrots, two macaws, in a big ass cage. Like, I feel like I was in parrot jungle because these birds were so freaking beautiful too. Yeah. So yeah, that house is so huge. Like I always said, if I was to win the lottery, I would buy me a house around that neighborhood because it's so peaceful, quiet. The neighbors are cool. A lot of expensive cars. It was like the material world right there. That's such a material world. But I had my time, there. So I know how it feels to be there. But if I did win, I would rather buy an island and just keep it to myself and grow my own meat, grow my own food, you know, have my own cooks. It's like you chase the chicken, I can't chase it, but have enough chickens and enough that, it sustains and always have eggs and you have your own little farmville, on an island where you produce your own food, you produce your own everything, you know. You have a cow, you'll have steak for a whole year. Yeah, it's like, well, I don't know, maybe a whole year because it will take a long time. You have to deep freeze that mother, and it'll be cool to do something like that. I don't know if I'll be able to do that at my stage. If that was supposed to happen when I was like a lot younger than now. Imagine I do win, and then will my life change? Yes. What would change? Well, how I produce the show. I'm interviewing myself, by the way. I know I'll be you back there, but I'm in a zone. I'm in auto zone right now. I would what I would do with my if I was to win, change the show. It'll be better quality. Everything would be super enhanced. I don't think the table would change as much, but there will be probably more stuff in the back, and I wouldn't be so much on green screen. It'll be something different, like more nicer and more into it. Um, my living situations will be a lot different. Um, but I will still be on here. I'll still come on here and do this because this is for me. It's like meditating. The show is like for me, the good, the bad, the ugly, the fights, the drama. It always comes here. It does. I used to call it the Jerry Springer show way back in the days, and it never changed. It's always because the energy it comes here, so I deal with it. It's all types of energy that I deal with, and to me, this is my chance and time to express myself and be heard. Not many people are listening to me, but in the future, they will. Like, damn, we should have been his friend back then. We could have gotten something. Well, you snooze, you lose. Wake up. And bring in Abby. Hey, Abby.
Hey, what's up?
Ah, man, just here thinking if I was to win all that money, how would it change me? I go, yeah, it's gonna change me. It's gonna change the fact that I will have a nice house, not too big. I don't want no stories or anything like that. I want a single story house, and that has a pool and a jacuzzi. And the jacuzzi is the main portion of it because I will be in it every day, and even in the winter because I make sure the pool be heated for the winter, and that's the only thing. Anything that could help me therapeutically, anything that could help me, I would have and be able to be okay. I will have a cook. I will have a maid, and that's it. And and live and try to live comfortable. That's what changes. It's the comfortableness, the part of not have to worry about anything. That's what makes life life. That really you don't have to worry about anything. And that's the dream of winning is, they say more money, more problems, right? But do you hear a millionaire say that? Or do you hear or a poor person say that? Because I haven't heard a millionaire say that. Especially multi-millionaires and billionaires. You never hear them say more money, more problem. They're like, more money, more money. Man, more money, more money, more money. It brings them stability and happiness. Because let me tell you, if they try to go to the bank and try to take all that money, it's like, yeah, I want to withdraw my $1.5 billion. You know what the bank's going to tell you? First, they're going to laugh. And they're going to be in shock. And they're going to ask why. And they're going to tell you they don't have that money. And you're going to say, why you don't have that money? Well, we don't keep 1.5 million in the bank. Where's my money? We could order the money and you'll get it within 30 days. You have to wait to get your money because they don't have it physically. And if you're going to a bank to remove 1.5 billion, there's a problem, because that's going to really hurt the bank. So anyhow, it's fucking nuts. Banks are funny people. Shit, they don't even have what? If you go in there asking for $1 million, they're not gonna have it. If you even go in there for 500,000, they don't have it. Even maybe 100,000, they may not even have it. Like maybe 50,000 they may have, but not higher than 100. Not no bank. They'll tell you, give us some time. We have to order the money. It'll be here in a few weeks. That's what they'll tell you. And I know. It's funny. Funny world. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up because Doc's gonna be coming on now. So
Okay.
I'll probably be back later on this evening and do another show.
All right, cool.
So I'm out. Look at the time. It's 11:59 a.m. going to the p.m. So I hope you guys had a great morning. It was a good show. We're getting ready now to reach the afternoon here. And there it is. It's 12 p.m. Eastern time, east side of the United States. Oh, man. I'll talk to you later, Abby. Everyone else, have a great day. Have a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night. Peace.